All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back information and update. Oga Tinubu don confess so im don talk say na the Ogun masquerade, Ogun spirit wey im invoke na im help am win election o. So na dey there, dey play now. Oga don invoke, im say that the masquerade wey im invoke for Ogun State na why they win election o. Say when people dey gallivant, dey go for Chattan's house, dey move about. Wetin dey call them? Atiku dem and P2B. Say himself dey for im shrine, dey invoke spirit. Him go invoke Ogungun. He say na Ogungun help am win election o, no be for my mouth you go hear am. Make I carry you go for that news thread wey this one is coming from Daily Post. Na Tinubu dey talk am by himself o. He say na Egungun im go invoke, na why im take win the 2023 presidential poll. Let me take you to that news right away so that you go see how it dey happen. Say na Baraka Chief na Talo. Tinubu reveals two spirits he invoked in Ogun to win presidential election. President Bola Tinubu said on Thursday that he invoked the spirit of freedom and determination to overcome obstacles in the last presidential election. Tinubu spoke at the palace of the paramount ruler in Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Adetona in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, during a thank you visit. My people, now for Ijebu-Ode o, if you know where they call Ijebu-Ode, you go know wetin dey sup. You go know say if you don't hear about Ijebu-Ode before, my brother, no put leg o, no carry leg put, just run. Na there Oga Tinubu say him go Ijebu-Ode, go there, go invoke one spirit. Na so him take win election. I also remember one man in Enugu State, Nnia Nwodo or something like that. He's late now, a mighty native doctor, but he's not greater than God. God is the most mightiest. In Enugu State, who was buried with a car. His children buried him with a car. He had about 40-something wives, not even knowing some of his children. I remember him saying that he also got his power from Ejabode also. Now let's go back to Tinubu information. He said he acknowledged that the spirit had been the driving force behind his service and expressed his gratitude to Oba Adetona, other monarchs and elected officials, particularly his personal friend, former Ogun State Governor Gbenga Daniel, now a senator representing Ogun East. Tinubu said he was hopeful and optimistic about achieving victory in the last presidential election despite the cashless policy implemented by the Central Bank of Nigeria. In a statement by Dele Alake, his special advisor on special duties, communication and strategy, Tinubu said, "Our monies were confiscated, the cashless policy didn't work, it was terrible. Then I realized that I came to Ogun State to invoke the spirit of freedom for which we are noted. I invoked that spirit twice, the spirit of Baba Emilokan. That's Baba being blunt, being decisive. That's him. He will tell you. The second spirit is the money. Or no money, we will do the election and we will win." He thanked them for their loyalty and commitment during those crucial times in the 2023 election. The president, who described his visit to Ijebu-Ode as a homecoming, told Oba Adetona, "The way you have taken me, the way you have responded to me, all I can say is thank you. May you live long and may you witness a prosperous Nigeria." Una don say as e dey hot, ịhụla na ihe a na-eme na agbara aka eme for both those of una wey dey tiwasi ICO for this nation. Since say na Oracle na im make dem win election, na Oracle go dey control the obodo. But I wonder why he no go to pastors, say make pastors pray for am. Well, some people say that God is not a politician, that God is doing his own business and politicians are doing their own business. Well, let me just believe it that way. But Oga Tinubu don't talk as e dey be am o. Another news, Masop leader disassociates self from IPOB. Dokubo face off. I think and this guy called what is his name Owazurike is always doing like this. First of all, he started Masop, and along the line he cut off with that mission, and that was how he became very rich. He's stinkingly rich now. Some people said he collected bribe from the NIG government. Some people said that they gave him oil well. Too many things were said about him. But the one notable thing about Owazurike is that he was not that rich when he started the Masop Biafra struggle. But along the line, he gave up. And even in Nigeria now, it looks as if his Masop stuff is somehow legalized, because somewhere in Imo State, you see them doing their things freely without nobody interfering with them. So they look more like a legalized organization. Let me bring you to what Owazurike is saying. Chief Raf Owazurike, the head of the Biafra Independent Movement and Movement for the Actualization of Sovereign State of Biafra, disassociated himself from the conflict between the indigenous people of Biafra and Alhaji Muajid Asare Dokubo, the former head of Niger Delta People's Volunteer Force, on Friday. According to a statement made on his behalf by Mazi Chris Moka, his Director of Information and Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Owazurike is only concerned with how IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu can be freed from the Department of State Service prison, not what Asare Dokubo said on social media. Owazurike said those accusing him of conniving with Dokubo should go and verify from Dokubo if both of them have spoken as friends for the past 3 years. He recalled how he visited Dokubo in 2002 in Port Harcourt when the former militant leader told him that the issue of Biafra was not one to be achieved through non-violence, stressing that violence was the only language that the federal government understood. He said, "I do not even have Asare Dokubo's phone number, let alone talking with him on the phone. It has gotten to about 3 years now since we last talked, either on the phone or on a friendly conversation. If you had a problem with Asare Dokubo, you should better clarify that with him and not drag Raf Owazurike into the matter. I am a non-violent crusader, known all over the world, and everyone should fight its own battle. Carry the cross and not call me to do that for you." So, Asare had never worked with me on the path of non-violent struggles, and when he was championing the cause for Niger Delta people, he took up arms and ammunition against the federal government, which everyone could testify to. Owazurike described Dokubo as a man who matches his word with action and urged those who are insulting him on social media platforms to go and face him squarely. He added that Dokubo's comment asking the federal government not to release Nnamdi Kanu were his personal opinion as guaranteed by the 1999 Constitution as amended. He noted that his opinion cannot override those of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, and Southeast Governors Forum, among others, that have been demanding his release. Owazurike said he is the only preoccupied with the process that will lead to the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra from the DSS custody, not talking about irrelevant matters about who said what and who said the other. He urged the federal government to release Kanu because it is against the rule of law that one should be held incommunicado for this long in a DSS facility, even after several courts of competent jurisdiction had ordered his release. So now don't see as it is up. Say Owazurike has distanced himself. He's saying that he is not in support of anybody, whether he is conniving with Asare Dokubo or not. That he's not conniving with anybody. That what he is trying to do is to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike One of Ndigbo, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is released from the DSS detention. And of course, you see that everybody is condemning, the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being treated, and that is very wrong. Everybody is condemning it. Even the Owazurike himself has condemn that. Meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here, and if this is your first time of joining us on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for listening. God bless you.